I'm a financial analyst dealing with big money clients. Some would say I'm a bit of a freak in the sheets. I use a lot of spreadsheets. I love working with numbers, both like in work and in life. I also pole dance. It's one of my hobbies I like to do. I love competition. I have had to learn how to tone down my competitiveness at board game night. I'm a strategy nerd. I love the game of Survivor. I think it's the ultimate strategy game. And I'm here to prove that I can play the best game in the world and play the best at it. Because I have been looking at you and been like, yeah, I want to work with you.
Me too.
Yeah, okay,
Me
cool,
too.
cool. There's some big boys, right? If we go into SWAT and we end up on a minority, we are the more obvious targets who are the weakness that the Brawn potentially can't if we're in a minority, right?
Yeah. Myles, his aura was full of polka dots. To me, he's strategic. Can I ask how much you know about SWAT?
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who is the burning hat kind of dude? I looked at Myles and thought he is the kind of person that he's going to be the first target. So I'm going to throw him under the bus. You know what I think? I think Myles burnt Max's hat.
Do not trust him at all.
Yeah,
Let's cut the head off the snake.
absolutely. Because the poison's already in, remember? And I've got the machete and Myles' head's on the block.
Like, they're not going to go with the person who grabs them last minute. They're going to go with the person who's been putting in the work, like,
Yeah,
earlier.
smart work.
Yeah.
Good work.
I think Myles is trying to play too hard too soon.
Obviously, as you're aware, you haven't been having, like, strat chats with people. I have no interest in, like, blowing up your game.
Not even sure I have
Because
one yet.
also, as I told you,
And he's trying to strategize just a little bit too hard.
obviously, challenges are really important as well.
Yeah.
But you should definitely look at maybe taking out one or two of the big boys, right?
He knows the game inside and out, and he's just annoying people. He's the most antisocial, EQ-lacking individual I've ever met in my life. Oh my God, he's digging his own grave. How am I planning to make sure that Myles is the first to go? Have you ever seen how a praying mantis works? It basically sits in the trees. Just they're doing nothing. A little bug comes along and it'll grab it and it'll play with it for a little while and then it'll just devour it. Imagine eating something alive. Just like start eating at the feet slowly through the legs, just holding it while you're eating it. Ow. And then just like, it's pretty brutal to watch, but you kind of keep watching.
There's something.
Nash throwing for Brawn. Myles and Callan throwing for Brains Life.
Solid effort today, guys. We're right in there.
Yeah.
We were really close. I don't think
Yeah.
there's anything different we really could have done.
Yeah. Amazement and happiness I feel right now. Because Myles is going home.
I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Okay, sure. She's like, yeah, I think there's the Bros Alliance is kind of dominating things at the moment. Anyway, Hugo.
Yeah. So you just yeah. It's probably looking bad for you now.
For me,
Yeah. But don't talk about this or do anything.
are you able to tell me who is throwing my name out?
I think there's a bit of consensus. They're just nervous that you're that you know too much about the game.
Is that bad? Do you think that there's that like strong against me that it's not?
Yeah, you're being too much at the moment.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says. You're just talking too much, trying to do too much strategy, and that's freaking them out. So
Okay.
I thought I was actually in a fairly comfortable position, but apparently not.
Chill, bro.
I'll keep working with you, but just play it cool and just try and work the angle.
So I initiate Operation Play It Cool. I'm gonna be not strat chatting, I'm gonna be hanging around the camp, being Mr. No Strat, and just hope that the people that I get along with can shove maybe one of the easier votes under the bus.
chill mode.
Yep.
Yeah. Cheers.
Myles, the other side of that is you might initially really respond to someone and really like them when you first meet them, but after 5 days...
Absolutely. After 5 days, I feel like some of the attitudes towards me have started to sour a little bit.
And why do you think that is?
Well, I'm a very excitable person. I have a lot of energy, and I definitely came out red hot and raring to go. And I think a lot of people saw that and kind of wish I'd put on the brakes a little bit.
Well, I'll confront Myles on this one because Myles hit the ground running, day one. I was like, okay, this guy's really good. This guy's going to go hard for me. What am I going to do? I need to be able to throw some stuff at him potentially. So you want to know what I did? I burnt my mate's hat.
Can you please have given me a week?
I automatically thought it was Myles because you and me had a conversation. And you went, I bet it was Myles. And I went, you know what, I reckon you're right.
So hear me out. So my plan was, if needed, was to basically accuse him of doing it.
I think that's just a bit nasty, to be honest. Day one.
You met him like 24 hours ago.
I'm sorry,
You burnt his hat.
I think that is delusional.
If anyone has an idol and you'd like to play it, now will be the time to do so. All right, I'll read the votes. First vote, Indy. Myles. 1 vote Indy, 1 vote Myles. Indy. Myles. We're tied. 2 votes Indy, 2 votes Myles. Indy. That's 3 votes Indy, 2 votes Myles. Indy. That's 4 votes Indy, 2 votes Myles. Indy. 5 votes Indy, 2 votes Myles. Indy. 6 votes Indy, 2 votes Myles. Second person voted out of Australian Survivor Brains versus Brawn, Indy. That's 7 votes, that's enough. Need to bring me a torch.
Look, Rick's just taking Myles off.
I'm going to completely flip it. I'm going to flip the table, and it's going to be very, very real, raw, scary. We'll form an alliance, a new one that is forged in risk and danger. It's going to be so much fun.
Okay, guys, it's done. Let's not get emotional with it.
No.
Let's move on. Let's get to tribes hype as a unit. Let's go.
Be
Come
at
on.
the bottom, and then during this, you're never at the bottom.
Wait, and we got a name now. It's Bomb Squad, all right? Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad.
All right, AJ, any regrets not choosing the Flint?
No regrets. I think we had a really good sausage sizzle. We bonded over it, and it raised our morale.
May not be a fire in our camp, but there's a fire in our bellies right now.
All right, we have Max and Kaylin attacking, Myles kicking, and Logan defending.
Wait, we should have put Max in kicking just then. Stupid decision, Maya.
No, Myles said he's a good kicker. He said he plays soccer.
He says he's good at everything. Has it been proven yet?
Not yet.
Nice kick, and he gets it in! First goal goes to Brains. Brains leads 1-0.
Go, Myles!
Hey, Myles is good at kicking.
All right, go! Oh, there's a lot of beef out there. Braun gets to the ball first.
Yeah, Kaylin!
Tosses it to Myles. Myles has some good accuracy with that kick.
Myles, be careful.
Can he pull it off again? And he does! Right out of the gates! Brains lead 2-1. Curran taking advantage of that. Passes it to Myles. Myles has a strong, accurate kick.
Golden foot, baby!
Here we go. Can Paulie stop him? No! Myles does it again. Brains lead 3-1. And their star kicker, Myles, on deck. Brains lead 3-1. They could win it right here. Braun needs to win it to stay in it. Survivors ready? AJ has the ball. Hands it up to Myles.
Get back!
Can Myles and his magic foot do it again? He is the hero in this challenge for Brains.
You got a chance!
Okay.
Can he bring it home for them? And he does it! Myles brings it home for Brains. Brains win immunity, sending Braun to Tribal Council.
You're a champion.
Okay, I'm grabbing that idol. I don't care. It may be the greatest day of my entire life. I was hitting goal after goal like Messi in a Champions League final. Golazo!
Well done, Myles.
Golden foot, baby!
All right, here we go. First round is for the boys. Brains, you have first pick.
Yeah, I'll go.
Myles.
Take your glasses off. Okay, Myles, don't kill yourself.
Yeah, go.
Myles and Paulie.
Go, Myles. Oh, Paulie, you're dead, sister.
Oh, please. Avoid the moneymaker.
Yeah. I'm not making any money with this.
No, I know.
All right, here we go. First round, we have Myles for Brains, taking on Paulie for Braun. For reward. Survivors ready? Go! Myles keen to get to it.
Go, Myles, go! Go on, Paulie!
Hard out of the gate. Paulie pushing him back. And Myles goes in. Paulie takes the first point for Braun. Braun leads 1-0.
Well done, Myles. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What's happening, Zaz?
Oh, I want you to come up with a name for our alliance.
Yeah.
It's my chore for you today.
Okay,
What?
cool.
I've had an absolute roller coaster so far. I've been firmly on the bottom of this tribe since the start of the game. And I've managed to scurry my way up into what is a fairly solid position. I've had some very good chats with Zara and Karen, and they've assured me they really want to work with me and AJ going forward. AJ is also my #1 ally, so this is actually fantastic for me. Right now, you're my man.
My vote's with you, bro. It really is.
I appreciate that. I think we've got options here. I trust Karen and Zara.
Me too. I like Zara,
Yeah.
and I trust Zara. I
like both.
do.
I really like both of them.
Yeah.
My hope is that with help of Zara and Karen, I can convince the other girls to go for Max.
Max is a showman. Max loves chaos for the sake of chaos. Chill out.
I think he freaked out.
Eat some ice, dude. That's not how I want to play. I want to align with strategic players. So he's someone that I'm very willing to throw under the bus.
I think it makes perfect sense to get Max out here.
Yeah.
Especially for Zara and Corinne, who have like no link to him as
Yeah, exactly.
So like, I genuinely think Max is the next vote.
He won't see it coming.
we need Kalen.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's 5.
Kalen so far has not been a big strategic presence around the camp. He's not someone that a lot of people feel is very involved in conversation. And I don't know if he's got the greatest understanding of the dynamics of the tribe. But Kalen is one of my closest allies in this game. He proved that he wants to work with me by warning me about the first vote before anyone else did. And I want to work with Kalen.
Yeah, so what's been happening?
So there's a lot of stuff happening. You and AJ are the two that from the start have shown me a little bit of trust. I've also just been really vibing with Zara and Karen recently. So if that's a 5 that you're really comfortable moving forward with.
And it's a tight one,
Yeah, exactly. Because after this vote, suddenly we have the numbers.
Yeah.
I think Zara and Karen are legitimately really down to do that. I know AJ's down.
I'm standing in the forest gathering timber. I can hear a conversation being had by Kalen and Myles.
Would you be comfortable, if we did end up, targeting Max?
Yeah.
Myles says, I think a smart plan would be to get Max out next. Max is my buddy. Of course I'm going to go straight to Max and then say, you need to be really careful here, your head's on the chopping block. You know you're the next vote, right?
What?
Huh? Yeah.
I'm the next vote off.
Yeah.
Why?
Myles just said.
That's Weasley stuff. That's Weasley stuff.
That little jungle rat is trying to bring me down. And now he is firmly in my firing line. Myles has gone to stab me in the back without thinking about the army that I have behind me. We're ready for war. I see you, Myles. I'm watching you work your little rat magic. You come up to me, I'm taking you down. Don't betray me. People need to learn this lesson and they need to learn it soon. You don't mess with the buffalo, otherwise you get the horn.
Yeah, it's coming.
Here he comes, back down the slide. Bringing it home for Brains. You go, Brains. Start unpacking your pieces.
Just start getting letters off immediately.
Myles and Logan working the puzzle for Brains. Braun had a nice lead, but Brains have caught up. Quickly heading out, placing up pieces.
Shit, be careful, Myles.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Still. That's it. Upside down. Upside down. Upside down. Myles. The final words immune.
Myles slips. Lots of energy from Brains.
This bottom word should be immune.
Trying to solve this puzzle.
Logan.
Different story over.
You would try. Something.
Logan coming back. Trying to get some secret advice from the rest of the tribe.
Huh? You try to become immune.
Braun continued to work calmly on their puzzle. Myles drops a piece.
Bomb squad.
Come down and solve first. We've got everything up now.
Both tribes at a standstill.
Yeah, there's no you, so it can't be that.
Silence.
Okay, I think the other ones, there's got to be something wrong somewhere else. Immune makes a lot of sense.
It's not the word you need to use immune. That's not immune. Something is in your brain. I'm a brawn.
What is it?
Something in my brain coming up.
Logan thinks she sees it. Is she correct? Brains working quickly now. Taking pieces down.
Logan's not going to make grammatical sense. You don't think? Oh, I've got it,
Braun,
You tell me.
think they see something.
Don't speak out loud.
Noonan quickly on it.
Brains? You should be using your brain.
We're trying.
Paulie.
Change this.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Are we going to copy these guys? Myles, maybe you go up.
Start copying.
Go up.
Start copying.
Do the slide of the level one. Oh, remain. Oh, okay.
Logan thinks she sees it. Now it's a race to get all those letters up on the grid.
Yeah.
Guys, they've got to get moving.
Go. Punch it. You got it?
Logan working very quickly, wasting no time. Brains can really feel the pressure here.
What are they blocking?
Intact.
Letters?
Intact. Intact.
Yes,
Intact.
yes.
Intact.
We're down to the last word each. Who's going to get there first? And that is it. Braun wins immunity, sending Brains back to Tribal Council.
I had it.
Sorry, Logs, you killed that. That's my bad.
Moves by yourself.
I'm buying that off Max. Look, he said what he said. We can't speculate.
I think it makes sense because he thinks I'm voting with Myles. He needs to get rid of Myles, but he doesn't want to risk himself.
Need to get rid of Myles at all. This is like a dramatic thing that's happened in the last 24 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, but
It's Max. In Max's mind, it makes sense, right?
All right. Well, let's just prepare for all eventualities.
And then...
Yeah.
Guys, yeah,
Go,
come in. We're doing our... We're saving you.
I have no intentions of voting you up. We need to stick the 5 of us together because we're the only ones that can control the vote. Regardless of where the equation is split, I think we will have 4 votes.
Yeah. If you were to save me, who would you be going to vote out?
Helen. She's absolutely caved in 3 of our plans by blabbing. Like, she's way too black and white. Every time you tell her something, I approach it head on, straight in on Ellen.
Ali kind of proved herself to be incredibly black and white when it comes to decision making, which really doesn't suit Zara and I's game at all. If she's going to be very hard and fast with where she draws the line, that's not a player that can be easily influenced. And that's not a player that's going to make difficult decisions.
At this stage, I'm obviously at
Anyone but you?
Yeah, I'm at your service. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm happy to.
Caitlin would be keen for the Ali vote. I think Caitlin wants to go out.
I got to tell you guys about the name that I came up with for the alliance. The name I came up with was the Graduates, because there's a bunch of high school BS that's going on in this tribe, and honestly, I think that some of us are a bit above it.
Yeah.
Come on.
And honestly, if this all goes to plan, this is our graduation
Do we
ceremony.
have the most degrees as well? Yeah, I reckon.
That too. I think that's just pretentious to think of it.
Nah, but whatever.
I'm putting a lot of trust in my very newly formed graduate alliance to hopefully get me through this next tribal.
Zara and Karen have said that they want Ali. They're happy with Ali. They're happy with Ali. Yeah. AJ and I would prefer Ali as well. I think that our 5, that's the best way we move forward. Yeah. Wait. So we did come up with a name, by the way. The name is The Graduates. Yeah. Because there's a lot of high school bullshit that's going on in this tribe.
Gotcha. This is our graduation ceremony. This is the test to see if our graduate alliance is really what it stacks up to be. This is where we're putting our games on the line and we're drawing lines in the sand.
We're looking for trouble. Came to the right place.
Myles, what is Max's war?
So Max, yesterday in the middle of camp, very loudly, very publicly, in the way that Max does, declared war on me.
Yep, he was being a little snickering, lying jungle rat. So I had to stand up myself.
Myles, how do you feel about Max's weapon tonight?
Not so good. Obviously, you know, the way things have turned out, it hasn't really turned out that great for me. But so far, I've been playing pretty much this entire game from the bottom. So I'm kind of used to being in these kind of situations. And what the jungle rat does is the jungle rat survives.
If anyone has an idol and you want to play it, now be the time to do so. Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Myles. Allie. That's one vote Myles, one vote Allie. Myles. Allie. We're tied. 2 votes Myles, 2 votes Allie. Myles. Allie. Tied again. 3 votes Myles, 3 votes Allie, 1 vote left. Fifth person voted out of brains versus brawn. Allie. Need to bring me a torch. Come on in.
Oh no. What? Endurance. An endurance challenge.
Interesting.
There might be water in that truck. Oh.
Here they come.
All right, here we go. Everyone grab your pole, get it in position.
Oh, jeez, that's high.
Oh, you kidding me?
Jeez.
Get it in the slot there. Take the weight. Push up, that will release the mechanism. There you go.
Oh, this is gonna be rough. Oh,
You got this, Brains. Ooh, go, Brains.
This is not a good spot for me.
If it gets too much for you, you can drop out. But once you're out, you're out. You can't come back in. And you cannot hand off your pole to someone else. That means the rest of the tribe's gonna need to take up the slack.
My arms are getting pins and needles.
They've only got one hand on it over the other side.
Oh, that just got a lot heavier. What was that?
Is it on pushing?
Oh my God, that was a lot heavier.
Hey, what's going on here? That's heavy. Lift it up.
Very early in the challenge. Brains are struggling.
Whoa. What's happening, guys?
What's going on?
Really starting to lose it. First 5 minutes.
What is happening?
That is it. Brains dump.
Myles, can we talk to you?
Yeah.
They're spitting on me. So my name's going to get pulled out.
Okay. Is my name getting pulled out as well?
Yes.
So they're splitting between you and I?
Yes. But there is a plan in place. You need to vote for Jesse.
For who?
Jesse. And if the plan works, then you are not going to be the person going home.
Okay.
So act like it's you going home. Look for an idol.
Okay, yeah.
I'm feeling something weird's going on.
I don't think I'll pull a Swifty. We could always pull Myles in, and us 4 guys go on Laura. We're safer.
I trust him.
And then we change PD to Laura.
I trust him.
We want to bring you into something.
Sure. I'm happy to listen.
We got to trust you, though. It's a test.
Yeah, sure.
And we got to be quick.
We want to work with
We're a
you.
bit sus, the girls,
Yeah.
because we don't want you out now.
Okay, I appreciate that.
We're a bit sus the girls may go with the other 2 girls that make a 4 and switch their votes, yeah? What would you feel like riding Laura?
I'd be happy to write Laura.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And it's like guarantees your safety.
Yeah.
And it guarantees.
If it guarantees my safety, I'll do it. Yeah.
It may, if worse happens, it'll be 4-4. If it goes 4-4 draw, I'll be able to convince Morgan on the stool to flip.
If we do this, are we going to jeopardise our 5 alliance? Are the girls just going to flip on us and we don't have that anymore?
Well, is it that time of the game?
Well, even if we just get Myles, that's 5.
Yeah.
We'll still have 5 majority.
No.
You. Because me.
Yeah. No.
You.
But if the girls switch.
I understand.
Yeah, okay, I see. Jesse and Ben have absolutely no clue. Like, this is the most bizarre move imaginable. At the end of the day, Laura is someone I do like working with, but they don't need to know that. So I just nod and go, sure, Jesse, we got this.
So you're not going to leave us for the girls?
No. Yeah, and that's
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys, like,
thanks,
bro.
bro.
You're right, mate.
You're
You're
in.
We'll keep this on the down low.
We're going to need a name.
The hunks.
Yeah, we could be the hunk.
Yeah. I like that.
We could be the hunk.
Yeah, I could be a hunk. I think the hunks is good.
Yeah,
It's a good
me,
one.
Right.
me, you,
Yeah, I like it.
PD. Yeah, we're the hunks.
Okay, cool.
With Z.
Hunks with a Z. Yeah, the hunks with a Z.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
Do it.
Alright. The hunks.
I like it.
Oh, there's PD.
If I don't get bugs coming out of my bum, then you guys will wish you ate the bug rice, eh?
Part of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Part of the game.
It's all part of the game.
I'll play again.
What do you do? Other than pole dance?
No, I'm a financial analyst. I just like numbers, spreadsheets, basically. I like it. I like numbers.
Nice. So why have you been on the minority the whole time?
There's a lot of very big personalities here, right? And definitely I felt a little bit out of place early on both tribes, I think. What about you? Because I hear it's been a bit messy, especially if you're an ex-Brawn over on that Brawns 2.0.
Yeah, messy is not a word that I would use to describe what I went through. It would be more of chaotic self-preservation.
Yeah, been there.
Myles and I's journey are quite similar at this point, but I learned a lot about myself from those experiences, and now I'm ready to move forward. And because we were both on the bottom, this could be an opportunity for us to work together in the future.
I really feel like playing from the bottom has put me in a better position with regards to how to play the game.
Oh yeah, 100%. Put me on the bottom in this tribe and I'll flourish.
Yeah. Put you on the bottom in a lot of situations, I reckon you'll flourish.
Oh, are you tempting me? Are you coming on to me?
So here we are at Merge, a period of heightened uncertainty. That's particularly true of tonight's tribal. Karen drops, she's out. And we are down to 4. Logan, Paulie, Jesse, and Myles. Well, in a minute, we're gonna make it a little more difficult. We're gonna add another ball. If you drop during this transition, you are out.
Yep. Down. Just a little bit down. Down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice, guys.
Good job.
Everyone makes the transition. Nicely done.
Fantastic. Stay.
15 minutes in, and we're down to 3. Logan, Jesse, and Myles. movement from Myles. Myles is on the run.
Shit. Oh, no.
Oh, Myles.
Myles. He is out of the challenge. Come on in.
Oh.
Oh, we're in pairs.
Ah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, this is going to be so fun.
So, Kristen, now that Paulie is gone, there's only 3 OG Brawn left. How do you feel about that?
Look, I think we all realised that the tribal lines did disappear a long time ago. So we are all one tribe. Last night, Paul Myles, I think he copped it on the chin the best that anyone would.
Yeah. I love all these people. The game's the game, and I'm still here.
Game respects game, right?
Game respects game.
There you have it. You ready to get to today's reward challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. For reward, survivors ready? Go. Everyone coming out with that first block. That's the easy one. Except for AJ.
Ooh, big lot of swing.
Everyone trying to figure out that mechanism.
It's like dipping in the middle, isn't it?
That rope has a weight to it. You're constantly adjusting your tension to try and keep your track level. "30 minutes in. Kaylin and Morgan still in the lead. It's now AJ and Kristen in second position. But with speed comes risk in this challenge. Crud. Meanwhile, AJ and Myles carefully placing the final blocks.
Kristen, I'm going to go back and tie it off.
Don't rush.
Can they catch Kaylin and Morgan?
Slow and steady, Kaylin. You're doing well.
Take your time.
Disaster for Kaylin. He drops a block. He's got to go back.
We've still got time.
Now Myles and Karen, Kristen and AJ in the lead. Kristen placing her final block. Karen placing her last.
Nice, Kaz. Well done.
AJ back at the hitch.
Oh my God, this is gonna be so hard.
That tie-off is tricky because you need to make sure that those tracks are at the same level.
Keep coming, keep coming.
Kristen back at the hitch. Myles and Karen close behind.
Can you watch it for me? While I tie it.
Keep that tight.
Yeah.
AJ and Kristen really taking their time. Myles and Karen.
Okay, or you.
Right on their tail.
Do you reckon about there? Hang on. I'll hang on a bit more.
It's now Karen's turn. Myles and Karen, AJ and Kristen at the same position.
It's hitched. Let's just make sure it's going to stay.
AJ breaks away, going for it. Myles right behind it.
Come on, come on.
Come on, baby.
It's looking good.
No, it was that corner.
So close. Still anyone's challenge.
I need to come back because mine are on the ground.
Okay, it's open game. All of mine are still up there.
Yeah.
This have to be really
And we
tight.
can space these out a bit
And you
more.
can space these
Okay.
ones, yeah.
All right, here we go. For immunity. Survivors ready? Go! This is where we see who has those circus skills. Whoa, shit. Need to walk backwards in order to move forwards. Logan and Kaylin quickly getting the hang of it. Myles is across. Kristen has one. Everyone else firing away, trying to get something to stick. Hang on.
Done?
One piece missing.
Is it in the bag?
Take your bag.
Bag behind you.
Yeah, lucky.
Oh, yep,
There it is. One piece in the bag.
Give me a heart attack.
There it is. Kaylin wins individual immunity.
AJ has a plan for tonight, but I'm being left out of all the conversation. So I am making my own plan, and I'm back where the jungle rat is comfortable, on the bottom of the tribe, working my little magic.
But my understanding is that the plan is a Kate and Morgan plan. However, there is another option if we wanted to get a bit freaky that I think, because that current plan kind of keeps all the structures in place,
Yeah.
we're still not in a great spot. There's
Yeah.
another plan that we could do that'd be risky, but would potentially break the game open for both of us.
Yeah.
Zara. I am just sick of Zara and Karen kind of running everything because it's leaving no room to maneuver. They've got connections everywhere.
Yeah.
So are you interested in that?
I'm very interested in that.
Because it'd also be a massive move and a sick move.
It's huge. Who's over there?
Well, I can see AJ and Kaylin. I'll check. Yeah, oh.
I went to either to see Stress. Yeah. Hey, welcome.
Hi, are we all good?
It is 100% good.
Okay.
We're 333.
Okay,
Two.
issue. Miles' vote is going to go on Zara.
Miles, why do you have to create these messes? Now, the majority of votes are going on Zara.
Sorry, just jumping in here. I'll be
Yeah.
quick. Do you guys have a name?
We'll just
Like, I don't know what the plan is, but obviously I'm pretty happy to go for whoever if you guys want to go for whoever.
We're thinking Zara.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
That's
Is it
what I'm
just
trying
you
to
two
work
on
out.
Zara right now, or are there
No.
other people? Who
No,
else?
there's more on Zara. I'm not across this one as much. But I know that that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, cool. Okay.
What about you?
I'm down for that. Her and Karen are this massive roadblock in the middle of the game at the moment, and so I'm totally down to do that.
Cool.
It's quite funny, actually. I had a plan to vote out Zara.
I will try and find AJ.
Now it looks like AJ has the same plan, just with a couple more numbers.
Bloody hell.
You want to just over here?
So I picked up on what your plan is, and we may just have the same plan.
Similar.
Okay.
I know what yours is.
What's yours? Stop. Okay, cut with the bullshit, because it's turning into a big mess, and I don't want to get our lines crossed.
Can I just tell you a tribal? I promise.
No, because I need to understand whether my plan is just dead in the water.
Your plan's dead.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But you keep your vote on Zara.
Keep my vote on Zara. Yeah. Cool.
Your plan's dead. Keep your vote on Zara. Just because somebody comes up with a plan, it doesn't mean it's their plan. I'm the one letting every plan through. So it's really good to have all this control because I'm literally in an alliance with every single player on this beach. And honestly, I don't think I can lose this game anymore. This is just going to be a steamroll now.
Good evening.
Evening. We'll now bring in our jury. Laura and Paulie. Voted out last tribal council.
Oh, we are in trouble.
Miles? It's just you and me, Miles.
Yeah. What do you want to chat about?
I don't know. You got any jokes?
Oh, I think this is a bit of a joke at the moment, but
Really? Why?
I am being left out of whatever's happening, but I'm just hoping that the target doesn't end up back on me.
I have a proposition. So, I know there was going to be a vote split on me or Zara. Now, I potentially have 5 votes that I can direct it at maybe 1 out of 4. I can get it right. 1 in 4 chance. I was just going to play a bit of Russian roulette.
All right. Do you have
All
the
risk-
gun?
Guns pointed at me. All risk on me.
Is the gun pointed at you? Left out of everything this afternoon, so you gotta have to catch me up to date.
I was going to put myself on the line because there were votes coming on me. I don't have an idol to play.
I want to know who we did to her. That's what I want to know.
What the hell is happening? Because I legitimately have.
We were going to get you up.
What do you guys want to do?
We're doing the same thing you just said.
Yeah.
I was trying to do a very big, loyal thing.
Okay, so Logan, I get the impression that Karen has really thrown a spanner in the works. So AJ, you wanted to know how that information got out about Zara. Well, you got the answer. Kristen just fessed up.
And that's Kristen. Even if it didn't come out, I still think Kristen would have told us. That's the type of person she is. I respect it.
Okay, but Myles, in terms of the game, do you think that's a smart move? Not so smart move.
I mean, it could have been a smart move had it worked out and Kara not kind of blown it all up everywhere.
Let's see what's going to happen with that sword. It is time to vote.
Day 40 in sunny Samoa. And I am absolutely over the moon. Definitely riding a bit of a high after last night's tribal. Because I am in a very powerful position. The tribal council last night was crazy.
I expect your show every day.
The two craziest idiots on this island in AJ and I. We went to threaten rocks. But the girls, they lacked the cojones. They lacked the guts and the conviction they needed.
Do you guys actually want to go to Rocks?
We were
I would
so,
be like, it'd be
we were
fun.
so ready, yeah.
I'm a very lucky person.
Oh,
Really?
I don't know. I feel like my luck may have run out, especially after the
Nah, you're never going home, bro. You're the jungle rat. The jungle rat survives.
So Logan went home at the end of the day, and that is fantastic for my game. The graduates have a 4-strong alliance and a tribe of 7. And then you got the 3 girls on the other side, no opportunities in sight. Additionally, the one person we're a little bit concerned about in Zara, she's going to be locked in with AJ and I because, well, now she knows that she's got her boys behind her.
The only thing that can screw up us for now is paranoia. I just think it doesn't make sense for anybody to take anyone but who we are to the end.
Our plan for now is to go to Final 4 together, and I plan to stick to that. The question is, once we hit 4, Zara?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that as well. Now, there is a Final 3 plan with Kaylin, AJ, and I, which would involve cutting Zara at Final 4. But in the meantime, it's just happy sailing for the next couple of votes as we take out Kate, Morgan, and Kristen. AJ and I have talked Zara more into being comfortable as well, and I'm confident that we've all got reasons to get
fantastic.
to. Yeah, cool. Okay, awesome.
So after last night's tribal, the postgraduates have the power. We have the 4 versus 3.
So who do you want for this vote?
I think Kristen's the safest.
But the last 2 votes, everybody is seeing how hard Kristen's playing.
She's playing way harder than, she's just turned it on. Yeah.
Kristen's a friendly, very social player with a bit of strategy thrown in there. So Kristen has to go.
At the end of the day, if we are solid or strong, it doesn't matter, right?
But the issue there is idols and advantages. We don't know what's out there, and that means that they have the power if they have an idol, and they can guess where we're going to vote.
So basically, either I think we just don't talk to them. Just give them no, and just wall silence.
I'm pretty happy to just go silent.
This is Operation Lockdown. We're going to share absolutely no information with the Brawny girls.
The plan tonight for us post-grads is to go for Kristen. And we are saying nothing.
I just hope that Means that I'm safe tonight. That's why you didn't gift me the necklace.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's get the fire and then let's chat.
Yeah, I will chat, but they're putting me in a hard lockdown.
Who's that?
But our alliance. Well, the four, obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, we haven't discussed yet, but I'll just fight. I just fight. And I think you got a good chance.
The Brawn girls will be asking us for names. We're not giving it to them.
Zara, Myles, while you guys here, just obviously putting out there if there is anything either of you would like to do tonight that Morgan, Kate and I can be a solid 3 vote in any direction. Just putting it out there.
If I'm totally honest, I don't have any intention to do anything different than what we've got planned tonight. It's frustrated them all. They've got no room to maneuver.
All right, well, I know we can't strat chat yet because we've got to do the fire, but I thought I'd just throw that little...
There you go. And it's like 3 people out of 7. They're on death's door and know that the Reaper is coming.
Miles's plan is very simple, but do I think this is the best plan? Most likely not.
So, are you guys sure you don't want to do the plan where we can get both of them to vote Kristen? 3 votes on, we say Kate, but we actually put them on Morgan. So then we've got 3-3, and then no matter what happens, one vote. Just keep it simple, bro.
If Kate, Morgan, or Kristen have an idol, they're a 1 in 3 shot of getting it right. Why take that risk?
We're locking this down.
Yeah.
Fine. Like it's literally just.
So. Yeah. That's good.
Plus, I want to keep Kate and Morgan on side because is it good to have Kate and Morgan as options to work with going forward? Definitely.
There's nothing to talk about if you don't want to help.
Or work together.
This is the most risky vote, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't know whether or not they have an idol.
I don't think they've got an idol.
You don't think any of the 3 of them have got an idol?
I don't.
Just Kristen?
I don't. Well, here's the thing. Even if Kristen, as long as Kristen doesn't have an idol, we're fine because Kate and Morgan aren't going to play their idol.
But then that's why AJ's plan's not.
No,
bad.
let's just keep it simple. Let's just go for
Simple,
Kristen, straightforward.
I agree, but also if Kristen doesn't have an idol, then we're cooked. Whereas this way, we have a revote and we're safe.
Kristen doesn't have an idol.
I don't think my plan can actually fail. No.
So what do you? So you want to tell Kate and Morgan?
Kate and Morgan, I'm going to vote Kristen.
We
It's
just
so
say,
complicated.
Look, wait, a hybrid, just a quick hybrid.
Who
They just because they might
need to vote Kristen.
But who else are they going to vote?
Us.
The 3 of
The 3
Yeah,
of them are going to put it on one of us.
Okay, well now I don't know what to do.
I'm just saying I think it's the highest percentage play.
I think we just do the simple play. Let's just go 4 on Kristen. Keep it nice and
Done.
simple.
Okay.
Like, let's stop with the silly Billy.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay. Cool. Let's go cook some rice.
Evening.
Hey, GLP.
So Morgan, last time we were here, there was a 4-4 split so strong, you came this close to going to rocks. Did Logan's departure shake things up?
Logan's departure definitely did, and now we are in the minority because of it, but you never know what could happen, and yeah, we're here now, and we're thankful, I guess.
So Kate, were you hoping that you'd be able to find a crack in this alliance of 4 moving forward?
Yeah, I was hoping to find a crack. There definitely are cracks in there, but I feel like they want to stay strong tonight. For some reason, even though they say they love to make big moves. Seems like they want to make a boring one.
And Zara, is that true? Because typically when there is a big move in this tribe, there is a reshuffling of the deck.
You definitely have to listen to all the opportunities that come your way, and obviously these 3 came and spoke to all of us, and I think you would be remiss not to keep your ears open.
So, AJ, your ears are open tonight?
My ears are always open, but I think sometimes when the deck's stacked in your favor, you want to keep it stacked in your favor. And I think tonight the deck is stacked in the favor of the people to my left and myself. So why change the deck?
The decks are stacked in their favor for sure, but at the same time, there's some people that, you know, have been talking about a resume in the future. And those people that haven't made a big move are worried about it. So that would be a very good time to make a big move. Just saying, you've got 3 sitting ducks right here. Why waste it? It's not like the people on your alliance aren't going to chuck you out and throw you under the bus in a second anyway.
Well, that's the thing. It's all about timing and it's about positioning. The fact is the numbers the way they are right now are 4-3, and the girls have been pitching themselves as a tight 3, which is really concerning if you did want to flip over, taking out a number over here, but now you're an unnecessary number at the bottom of a 4 where the other 3 are a tight 3.
How do you know where you are standing in your alliance now?
But even if we're in the bottom of this alliance here, right, it's just at best a sideways move, right? And that's assuming that we're at the bottom and not somewhere in the middle or at the top.
But I don't see it like that, because if you were to tell us a name, you'd be at the top of our alliance, you'd be leading it.
For 1 vote, but as soon as that vote finishes up, you end up at 4-2 and you lose all the power there. So you've got all the power for 1 vote, and then after that, suddenly you're at the bottom of a 4-person alliance.
Unless you have common interests moving forwards.
Well, if we share common interests and you pitch them well enough, then probably I'd be down to make a move. But I haven't heard a pitch that I particularly liked so far.
Morgan, you didn't take the opportunity this afternoon to pitch to these 4?
I did not pitch to Myles because his pitch to us was, it's going to be one of you, and if it's not you, in the future I want to work with you.
I could go and pitch Morgan a dummy name and say, hey, I want to do this when I actually don't. But what I'm saying is just, I'm not interested in working with you for tonight. Like, there is a plan that I really like over here. If she had pitched me a different plan that I really liked, I could have gone for it. But she didn't actually pitch me any name.
Bit of a Mexican standoff. He didn't give me a name, I didn't give him a name. Why should I budge for Myles?
Well, because you're saying that you think that we should move over and jump to you.
I never said that. You just said I didn't strat chat with you.
Listen, you didn't pitch me a name.
And you didn't pitch me one.
I don't need to pitch you a name. We have a name.
I don't have to pitch anything. I don't have to give you strat chat.
Okay, if you don't want to, then
and
you don't have to.
Because the reason why I didn't want to is because you weren't going to work with me on a name at all. So why would I want to work with someone who's just going to be a ghost?
Is that not what you've been doing with everyone else, though, where you've been pitching them ideas and pitching
Some of them do actually
names?
speak back.
What about you, AJ? Where's your level of paranoia right now? Because there was a conversation that was happening on the side that didn't include you.
I think that conversation is awesome. I think that's Kate putting 100% in to try and make something happen. Either because you don't know what's going to happen at the last second. You don't know where the crack is sometimes. So am I worried and am I paranoid? I think it should always be a little bit. We'll see. Maybe I'm the one that's going to be up there next, and my confidence was misplaced.
Let's find out. If anyone has an idol and you want to play it, now be the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote, Kristen. 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 That's 3 votes, Kristen. Myles. 3 votes, Kristen. 1 vote, Myles. 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 We're tied. 3 votes, Kristen. 3 votes, Myles. 1 vote left. 17th person voted out, and 5th member of our jury, Kristen.
The level of paranoia around camp is so high, you could actually see it if you looked close enough. Every single person is worried somebody else is going to do something before them, or somebody's going to flip. I think it's very precarious at the moment. Everyone is desperate to win. So today, the postgraduates could flip any direction depending on who wins immunity.
Mr. Myles.
Just wanted to debrief with you guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, if one person flips over, that's what the risk is, right?
Well, we think through every single option, and there's no option that makes sense for any of us to do it.
So the plan moving forward is to stay postgraduate strong until Final Four. At least, that's what people think the plan is. In reality, I've got plans of my own. And because I have an idol, I have a little bit of insurance that I can use to make sure this plan works. So are you happy with just Kate next? Okay. Yeah, easy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna...
All right, cool.
Kaylin is someone that'll win a lot of challenges, but also everyone's willing to face Kaylin in the jury because everyone thinks they'll beat him. So Kaylin has the potential to go for a deep run here. I'm gonna have to take out Kaylin when the opportunity presents itself. And to do that, I'm gonna need Morgan's help. The sick plan for my outfit tonight.
What? Are you just a surprise?
Well, no, I'm not gonna walk in there with it as, oh, maybe it'll be. Anyway, yeah, I got a plan.
What's your next plan moving forward? Mine?
Actually...
I know, I feel like I know. I feel like we have similar-ish thoughts, surprisingly.
You mean strategically?
I just feel like you might be at the point where you want someone like Kaylin gone if Kaylin loses. Or am I completely wrong?
Well, that's good, because we're thinking similar things.
Maybe we should go a little bit further right. All I'll say is I'm happy to break bread moving forward.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of people up there who are very much incentivized to stay.
Say if Kaylin didn't win immunity today, would that change a lot of the plans?
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
If Kaylin lost, I'd definitely look to take Kaylin out. Yeah. There's people I'm not going to the end with, and then you're one of the people I'd be down to go to the end with.
Yeah.
So it all depends on who wins immunity. AJ and Kaylin are two people that I'm not planning to take to the end. I don't see their endgame goals aligning to mine. My ideal Final Three is AJ and Zara and I. Because Zara will win that challenge and she'll take me.
Who are you going to be coming for?
What do you mean?
I feel like you're going to do something.
I am interested. Well, I was going to talk to you about this. Roughly, and I'm not sure about this, so do not take this as like, this is definitely what I'm going to do. But I think we could go for Kaylin if he doesn't win immunity.
Yeah. I am in a position at the moment where I don't trust Kaylin not to turn on me after Final Four. He doesn't want to go up against me in an endurance challenge for Final Three. So at the moment, the path with Myles is making the most sense to me. What's your incentive to not go after me? Like, it would be better, it would be just as good as for you to sit with them.
So because you burnt people in the same way that I have in the way that they haven't. What I need is someone that I've got a chance of beating, and I think that us two are in similar positions with regards to the jury and their perception of us. Kate, AJ, and Kaylin are big jury threats. You, Morgan, and I are less big jury threats. And what that means is that Morgan is just as incentivized as we are to go for the other boys. I have no interest in going to the final two with AJ or Kaylin.
And we'd also have to beat him somehow.
Yeah, well, I can potentially beat him. At the end of the day, this is like the final of Survivor. Like, it's the end game of Survivor, right? If I win the immunity challenge, we have the numbers to take out Kaylin. I could flip this whole thing on its head. And I could actually take out this game, which nobody would have seen coming 40 days ago.
All right, here we go. For immunity, survivors ready? Go! Everyone has their first ball, swimming out to the frame. Kaylin takes a shot. Nope. AJ right behind him.
I'm coming for you, Kaylin.
Myles right behind him.
Myles is stuck in at the balls. Ah!
Zara and Kate coming up on the rear.
Oh, JLB.
There we go.
Finally, Myles has it. Myles moving on. Kaylin at the second obstacle. You got a hole. Successfully gets it across that section of the ramp. Getting the hang of it. Myles. A big move.
Yes.
One obstacle left for Kaylin. That side rail drops away. Really have to take your time. Can he get through it? He does it. Now he needs to get it all the way up into the net. There it is. He drops the first one. Kaylin in the lead. Now he has the hang of it.
If you want to reduce friction, you can give it a little twist.
I have another twist it that way.
Just get right behind it and go nice and straight.
Myles halfway up the ramp now. So tricky where that rail drops away. Looking good for Myles. Another foot, and he'll even it up with Kaylin. There it is.
Yeah, baby.
Myles has one. Now we're tied between Kaylin and Myles.
Yes.
Another big move from Myles. Really has the hang of it now. Kaylin back on the ramp, halfway up again. Pressure's on Kaylin now. And he loses it.
Yes.
Myles inching his way to that basket again.
Yes.
There it is. He drops in the second one. It's Myles in the lead now with two. Kaylin with one.
Go, Myles, one to go.
There's a new challenge enthusiast in town.
Immunity has never been more important. Myles working on his third and final ball. Kaylin can feel the pressure here. And he loses it again. Kaylin's starting to come apart. Just needs to settle down. Kaylin quickly closing the gap with Myles at the same position on the ramp.
Ah, damn it.
Myles drops with his third ball. That opens the door for Kaylin. Trying to pick up the pace. Nicely done. There it is.
Nice, Kaylin.
We are tied 2 each for Myles and Kaylin. Now we have a challenge. Myles trying to keep Kaylin from setting that record. Another big move from Myles, playing fast. Would love to walk out of here wearing that necklace. Kaylin on his final ball, trying to close this out, going for the record. Big move from Kaylin, but he saves it. Nicely done from Myles and Kaylin. Working on that third and final ball. Who's going to get it there first? Myles right on his tail. Kaylin at that final obstacle, which is the trickiest one, where the rail falls away. He's on the raggedy edge. Desperate to sneak it by, and he does it. Myles trying to catch up. Kaylin almost there. Going for the win, and he does it! Kaylin wins individual immunity and sets a new record.
AJ is so confident right now with you.
I know, in his mind, it is I'm taking him to final 3.
Yeah, so
Because-
this vote's not even concerning him.
Yeah.
He's definitely going for you, 100%. Yeah,
I know.
That's kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ and Kaylin have been the most trustworthy to me for a long time, but Myles, when he's a man on a mission, he'll carry through with his plan.
It would just be a sick move to take AJ out, which, as much as I like to pretend I'm some, like, strategic, logical thinker, like, sometimes that does influence my thinking.
I win, you can take the necklace, make sure he can't take a go to you. Because I'm not worried about myself tonight. He's not going to go for me.
Nice small try. So, AJ, now that Kaylin's broken the record for the most immunity wins in Australian Survivor, isn't it only fair that you let someone else win it today?
I want him to win every immunity left and have the longest streak of all time.
Wow, Kaylin, that must be comforting to hear.
Yeah, I just hope everyone's feeling the same and they threw this challenge today. So this does not look well suited to me. So this could be the end.
All right. Shall we get to today's immunity challenge? Yeah. All right, here we go. For immunity, survivors ready? Go. Using that pole, you need to transport 2 blocks at a time, cross your trip obstacle.
Cheers.
Myles really slowing it down, which is unusual for Myles.
Ha! Slow and steady, JLP.
Kaylin has quickly rebuilt. Suddenly,
what?
Myles is in the lead. There it is, successful with number 10. Zara placing her 10th. And she's good. Neck and neck. Kaylin rebuilding on the ends. He's coming back. Kate struggling now. Number 11 for Myles. Here he goes. Can he get the hook to release? And he does. Going for his 12th and final block now. Zara placing her 11th. Myles has a pretty straight stack. That's definitely going to help him here. Can he get that final block in position without disturbing the stack? Stack is a little wobbly, and he loses everything on number 12. A disaster. Does not want to make a mistake. She's heading back. There it is. Zara finally wins individual immunity.
Good work.
Kaylin would be feeling pretty damn vulnerable right now. And a lot of people are suspicious that I'm going to try and make a move on him. But Zara and I want to flip the script and get a massive move on our resume in taking down Emperor AJ.
Yeah. So let's go through it again. We get AJ out tonight.
Yeah.
fact you winning immunity is like best case scenario. It basically cancels out any like counter plans.
Well, yeah.
Like I'll have a chat with Kate, be like, hey, place your vote on Kaylin, and then we can say, hey, Kaylin, Kate came for you, and then we just all gone for Kate in the next vote.
I don't know. I mean, do you reckon she'd actually do that?
She's more bottom. She's got no other option.
Well, I might just get back around there so we're...
Get back around there, yeah. Not too much chatting, and we make AJ and Kaylin feel very comfortable. I think we're good. Yeah.
All right.
Everyone in the postgraduates is nervous. Nervous that someone's gonna make a move before 4. And they're right to be, because that someone is me. Kaylin seems like the obvious pick to take out now, since he's vulnerable for the first time in many votes. However, I think it's time to take out my buddy AJ. If my plan works perfectly, Zara and I should be throwing our votes on AJ. AJ and Kaylin should be putting their votes on Kate, and then Kate should be putting her vote on Kaylin, which is what I've told her. In a re-vote, Kate and AJ can't vote because they're up for grabs. And Zara and I vote for AJ, and my best buddy AJ unfortunately goes home. There's this idea in poker of polarizing the outcome. You go all in, you make it all or nothing. And then the person has to either call or fold based on the read that they make. Well, this is me going all in. I'm basing this vote on my read that Zara wants to take me to final 2. If I'm correct, then this is the correct play. And even AJ would respect that.
All right, so what are you thinking?
Obviously, I got the idol, so I can use it to absolutely...
Can you just play your idol for yourself, please? I know you're you.
So I like to
I know
keep
you're
them
you. I know you're you. Don't go me, please. I don't think you're incentivized to.
I would
resist
never.
the urge. Yeah. Like tribal, don't do anything insane. Don't spook them.
Don't do a jungle rat.
Yeah, just be smart.
Yeah.
And cool. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't trust him for 1 second. Cool. All right, we're gonna have chats.
Yeah, I've got coconuts.
Yeah. Oh, don't be crazy, bro.
One of the hardest things about getting this late into the game is that I'm with a bunch of people that I love. AJ and Kaylin are 2 people that I'm not planning to take to the end, and they have been my 2 closest friends out here. And I played basically all but 3 days of this game next to Zara. I'm gonna have to ruin their dreams. They all have the same dream as me, which is to win the title of Sole Survivor. And I'm gonna have to take that away from them if I want to win, and that sucks. But I just want to play the best game I can possibly play and just leave no regrets out on this island. And so, I'm gonna play my idol tonight just to be safe. Then Zara's safe, I'm safe, and AJ is going home. I will take down the biggest threat in the game. This might be the $500,000 move.
So Zara, first of all, congratulations again. First win in 44 days. So how does it feel sitting here in the final 5 knowing that you are safe tonight?
It was very relaxing. I might even have to take up spearfishing. Leaves you a bit more time in the afternoons.
Kate, on the other hand, you had that necklace last tribal. Not tonight, not the case.
Yeah, it sucks not having it tonight.
So as the last remaining brawn, do you feel particularly vulnerable tonight?
Definitely, definitely. I'm proud to be the last remaining brawn, but at the same time, it is hard because these guys have been together since day one.
And Myles, are tribal lines still a thing at this point?
At the end of the day, we're down at 5. If you're not playing your own game for you, then what are you doing?
And Kaylin, this is the first time in a long time that you haven't had the necklace. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm definitely missing that necklace, but it always had to come to an end. And I was winning that necklace not just for myself, but for my team. And you just got to hope that as soon as I'm in a vulnerable position, I drop the ball, then you hope that people are there to pick it up and pass it back to you.
A winning Kaylin is a calm Kaylin, so that works for us.
Yeah.
You weren't calm tonight?
I was pretty calm tonight. Yeah, I still got to go fishing.
And Zara, you came close last tribal to winning that necklace. You closed the deal today. Do you think people may have underestimated you in this game?
All along, I think that I have played a game that has not been the big flashy move game. The things that I have achieved in different methodologies to my 2 crazy friends over here who just love running around dropping bombs all the time and leaving me to clean up their mess, like a babysitter in Myles's case and, I don't know, an office manager in AJ's case. And I have stuck to the game that I wanted to play.
And Myles, is now the time to start weeding out the players who you think you cannot beat at the end?
It's definitely something you have to be conscious of. Like, we may have already figured out, I don't want to sit next to that person or that person, but it doesn't mean you have to take them out now. You just need to have a plan before you sit at the end.
But Kaylin, does everyone at this point have a particular person that they think they can beat in the end?
Well, I think everyone should think they could beat anyone here. That everybody got here and everyone played different games, so it's just about selling that to these beautiful people over here.
Myles, is now the time to make a big move in this game?
The question everyone's got to ask themselves is, do they need to make a big move in this game, right? Like, some of us would already feel comfortable with the resumes we've got and having made enough big moves. Some of us may not feel comfortable and may be itching to make a big move. And especially there's a 4 that's been working together and we're about to hit final 4. And so those numbers are about to get really awkward.
Really awkward?
Awkward, yeah.
If anyone has an idol and you want to play it, now be the time to do so.
It's not fair. I think I'm safe tonight, but, you know, I don't want to go home with a Samoan souvenir. So let's make it 4 for the season.
Okay.
I'm going to play it for myself.
Fair enough. This is an idol, and any votes cast for Myles will not count. Read the votes.
Lucky number 4.
Lucky number 4.
First vote, Myles. Does not count. Kate. That's 1 vote, Kate. Kaylin. AJ. One vote, Kate. 1 vote, Kaylin. 1 vote, AJ. 1 vote left.
Oh, I see.
Nineteenth person voted out and 6th member of our jury. Kate.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that AJ's currently getting in your ear. He's saying, listen, you've saved me in this game, and you played a killer game, and...
Spot on.
Yeah.
From my point of view, I know you love and respect the game, so I'm hoping that you've forgiven me in the last 12 hours.
I love and respect that move. That move was incredible. Ice Queen Zara completely hung me out to dry. stabbed me in the back and destroyed my game plan.
Want to acknowledge any feelings that you might have there.
Only feelings of awesomeness.
Nothing changes for me.
Oh, okay, cool.
To me, that was just a bit early. I still think it makes a lot of sense for us to be there at the end together.
Yeah. So, I don't trust Zara. Cool, thank you. Good chat.
Awesome.
That being said, I don't feel good about my chances with AJ either. And so, my options seem to be really limited. Oh, that was a disaster.
Yeah.
I had way too much confidence in Zara.
Yeah.
My read on Zara was completely wrong.
Yeah.
The move that I made last night was the wrong one. That being said, I didn't have a run at Kaylin.
It's a long time.
Yeah. Kaylin is a very loyal and trusting player, and he's got an enormous amount of trust built up with AJ. So I need to convince Kaylin that he cannot go to the end with AJ. The fact that Zara won was so good for my plan because I was like, oh, well, Kaylin's going to be vulnerable, and now I'm going to get to show Kaylin that I don't want to take him out.
Yeah.
AJ, he was sure that I was going to have a swing at you.
What's your take on AJ? Is he earnest? There's nothing else going on behind the scenes?
He's so earnest, but he's also so good at being manipulative, and it's really hard to separate those two things. So, like, I reckon he's earnest 80% of that time, and it makes the 20% so much more powerful.
Yeah. AJ, just started filling my head with Myles coming for you, Myles coming for you, Myles coming for you.
He's such a good salesman, AJ. I love AJ, obviously, but God, he's good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't be confident in this game.
No, you can't. Anyway, my options are really limited now. And so you can be very confident that I want you at Final 2 because I don't think I've got anyone else to take to Final 2. AJ basically told me, like, no, I want to go with Kaylin and Zara. Zara's move last night tells me she doesn't want to go with me. So, like, I am all in with you.
I don't think you want to stand next to AJ at the Final 2.
No,
I think,
absolutely not.
I think I've got a better shot staying next to you, especially after last night.
Especially after last night.
And yeah, as you said, you played to show me that you're taking AJ out before you're taking me out. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
So you don't tell anyone about this?
No, never.
Absolutely not. But either way, I'll vote to save you. You just can't let Zara win immunity.
So Myles, with 3 days left to go, what's left on your Survivor bucket list?
Yeah, I've definitely ticked off a lot from my Survivor bucket list, but I still haven't gotten that immunity necklace yet. I've come really close in kind of the last couple of ones, so I'm hoping that this one could be the one to pull it through, especially after getting absolutely bamboozled by the Ice Queen last night.
All right, here we go. For immunity, Survivors ready? Go! You've got more rope than you actually need woven through that frame. So you don't want to waste your time untangling all of it. But if you don't untangle enough, you're not going to reach the key. It means you need to come back and get some more. Kaylin methodically working his way through, really concentrating on rope management. Unlike Myles, whipping through his frame, that rope is all over the place. Zara having trouble getting over that top rung. Myles thinks he has enough. He's going for it. Here's the test. Does he?
Yeah, baby!
There it is. He has his key. Unlock yourself from the rope. Kaylin going for it. That really opens the door for Myles. Now he's on the sandbags. You need to hit that spinning target a bunch of times to get it to spin off its thread. Then you can collect your discs and move on. Nice hit. Myles working away at that spinning target. Almost has it. There it is. Myles has his discs. Now he needs to get across the bridge. Has his discs. Kaylin furiously firing at that spinning target, trying to catch Myles. Myles moving on. Now you need to slot those discs into the locators. Then you can use them as steps to get over the ramp. Zara going for it now. Does she have enough rope? Yes, she's good. Myles over the ramp, moving on to the end game. This one is gonna be tricky. Trying to land 5 balls. Myles has 2 on the end of his paddle. Getting the hang of it. Kaylin, not so much. Myles going for his 3rd. He drops. Ah, damn it. He's gonna need to start over. That's what happens. 1 minute you're in the lead, next minute you're nowhere. Myles back in the lead again.
Figure this out. Kaylin, I got this. New challenge enthusiast in town.
AJ coming over the ramp. He's in on it now. But does he have the patience? No! Yes. Myles lands 2. Kaylin gets another one again. Myles trying to get that 3rd one to stick. He's been here before. There it is. Wow, he's really worked it out.
Breathe. Ice cold. Jungle, I've done it.
Myles, super focused, desperate to tick off that last thing on his Survivor bucket list. Can he bring it home? Yes. Lands number 4. He really needs to take his time now. All it takes is one mistake in this challenge, and you'll give up your lead to someone else. Myles is 1 ball away from a guaranteed spot in the final 3. That final ball is on the run. Can he control it? Trying to coax it into that tiny divot. It is close. Just ever so gently trying to convince it to drop in the hole. Yes, and he does! Myles fulfills his Survivor dream and wins individual immunity.
Oh. Oh no. Hey, killed it. Hey. No, it's been so close so many times. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
What up?
Myles, come on over. Nice. First individual immunity win. You said this was on your bucket list. What's the feeling?
Oh, honestly, I can't believe it. It's like, obviously last night was very emotional, tribal, and I think I was probably in a bit of trouble today if I didn't win this thing. And just to pull it off like that is just best feeling in the world.
Well, well done. You are safe tonight, guaranteed a spot in the final 3. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight, where one of you will become the 7th member of our jury. Won't be you. Well done. Head back to camp. I'll see you tonight.
Thanks, Jelfie.
Right on, Myles.
I actually can't believe I came out today. I absolutely put in my all, and I have won my first bloody immunity necklace, guaranteeing myself a chance to have a go at that final endurance challenge. It's just amazing. It's just a Survivor fan's dream. With this baby, I've got all the power at tonight's Tribal Council, and so I'm excited.
next
Bucket
list item.
So impressed, Mark. You're the only one here who actually could finish that final challenge.
Yeah, we were going to be there all day long.
Yeah.
Myles won the challenge today. So that is absolute worst case scenario for all of us.
I am so glad out of anyone that I could have won that I won this one, that's for sure.
Okay. There's no world in which the three of us can trust each other enough to go through with the plan.
So we us three going on Caleb. No.
And so you can choose to go on Kaylin if you want, or you can put Kaylin into fire against Zara.
I think about it. No.
That's not very confidence-inducing.
I don't think AJ's confident that we're going to vote Kaylin and put him in fire against me.
Yeah, it's all good.
So we're voting AJ then?
It's just mind-blowing to me that the three of us are just going to leave this
up to a fire.
Because Myles has immunity, he's the one making the ultimate decision, which is very scary. Giving the jungle rat the ultimate decision is never a good feeling, especially because sometimes Myles just wants to see a little bit of chaos. I just need Myles to not be completely insane, and I need him to vote for Zara. Zara's gonna promise him that she takes him to final two.
Well, I can do the same. I'll promise him that I'll take him to final two.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As long as I mean, he's lied to us a bunch, so I guess it's fine. I mean, yeah, easy.
I was so proud of you today.
Bro,
that was so sick. I didn't want to win. I couldn't have won. To see how happy you were, that melted my soul.
I realized like I was starting to figure out the technique and you and AJ's balls were still flopping all over the place. It was amazing.
So it's in your hands tonight?
Yeah.
I can't vote for AJ tonight because I made him a heartfelt promise. But I can make you a heartfelt promise that I'll take you to the final two if I beat you tomorrow, and then it's me and you in the final two if you take AJ.
Okay. Today's scramble is like being a hot girl at a bar on a Friday night. You can sit in the hammock as well if you want.
Sick.
Everyone's coming up, buying me drinks and wanting to have a chat so that they can get to know me and I can take them through to tomorrow. I'm open to working with anyone. That being said, AJ is a master manipulator.
I was happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I can just see through it. How you feeling?
I feel fine. Because you kind of have all the power here. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you and are we okay?
Bro,
You
we're so okay.
Okay, good. I'm just checking because last night you used the phrase, I just don't understand the logic behind it. You must have used that maybe 70, 80 times.
I didn't get it.
But it's more just the way that you just repeated it over and over again.
I was dumbfounded.
You get a little bit sometimes like
I'm always taking you to three. Like I'm all like, and even the route where I don't take you to three, me, Kaylin, and Zara.
Yeah.
I don't believe Zara when she says she's taking me to two.
Yeah,
I don't believe it. I actually am really glad you won immunity.
Yeah.
Because A, I wanted the three of us at the final three.
Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome.
I think you and Kaylin...
There's something sick about that.
Yeah. This, like, you or Kaylin winning $500,000 really resonates very well with me. Your destiny's in your own hands.
At this stage of the game, there's nothing for certain and you can't trust anyone. Kaylin has told me that he would be willing to take me to the end, which means that tonight I could target Zara and then rely on either Kaylin or I winning and cutting AJ at the final hurdle. The other option is to target AJ. It would be pushing Zara into a fire-making battle. If she wins it, Zara would have a really good shot at beating Kaylin in that final challenge and then would hopefully take me to final two. Zara, I'm just going to jump in there quickly because I need to grab Bean. However, the problem with this plan is that Zara's not very good at fire.
Kaylin, how come this isn't sparking?
I'd go down here. It's too heavy.
So I just have to go with my gut here. This might be the biggest and most important move of the game. This might be the $500,000 move. There is no room for slip-ups.
So, Myles, the way you reacted today when you won immunity, it seemed to come from a place of deep relief. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I definitely had a very emotional reaction today upon winning immunity. After last night, I tried to make a bit of a move. Zara made a little bit of an extra move over the top of my move, and the deck got reshuffled, and I ended up on the bottom of that deck. And I suspect I probably would have gone home tonight if I hadn't have gotten this little thing.
AJ, is that true?
Everything Myles said is pretty much true. Whether he would have gone home tonight or not, most likely, but the jungle rat survives.
Myles, you and AJ have worked together for so long. Has it finally come down to this at the Final Four that here we are?
Well, it actually finally came down to it at the Final Five, because that's when I tried to make a move on him. This is just the natural flowing of that, right? Like, if someone takes a shot at you and it misses, you're going to shoot back. And I'm lucky because AJ probably would have shot back, but now got my deflector shields up, so I can shoot at him as many times as I want.
Kaylin, that's why there's a strong possibility you'll go to fire.
No, I hope not. hope not. I don't know if at this stage of the game people are trying to make a bumpy road just for the sake of making a bumpy road. So the person that survives this fire challenge, you need to consider what they're going to think if you're the one that put them in that position.
And what about you, Zara? How do you rate your chances in a fire-making challenge tonight?
I would prefer not to be having to make a fire. I think that there should have been a path that could have been cleared rather than it coming to this.
So, Myles, you can obviously only vote for one of these three, so walk me through the analysis that's going through your head at the moment.
It's all about that final three and then the final two, right? It's who can either I beat in final three or who will take me to final two, and then whether I can sit next to them, right? There's people here who I feel more confident potentially sitting next to at final two. There's people here who I feel less confident sitting next to. And so it's just about crunching those numbers and trying to figure out what the best path is for me to get to final two next to someone that I feel like I can potentially beat.
All right, I'll read the votes. First vote, Zara. AJ. One vote Zara, one vote AJ. Zara. That's 2 votes Zara, 1 vote AJ, 1 vote left. th person voted out, 7th member of our jury, Zara. When the game's closest alliance finally breaks, who will be sole survivor?
Excited.
Are you ready to get to your final immunity challenge?
Yeah.
All right, let's go, Myles. For the last time, immunity is back up for grabs. Everyone, assume the position. All right, final immunity. This challenge is now on. Here we are, day 46, and it's come down to this. Who can stand on a peg the longest? Step off that peg, you're out. First time we've had 3 men at the final challenge. First time we've had 3 players from the same tribe.
Oh, wow.
At the final challenge.
This was a brains versus brawn season, and the brawn are gone for a reason. Honestly, I'm never coming down.
Never?
I don't care how much pain I'm in, unless I tear something, I'm staying up here forever. If I've been here for 46 days, I may as well be in pain for a couple of hours.
I think it's time to move on to the next stage.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
That's a good one.
Take your position.
This one's...
Everyone makes the transition. Myles not looking comfortable at all. Kaylin in a power move.
Doing great, Kay.
Bamboo poles. A little bit further away now. Every time you switch. Been at this for 2 hours.
You got this.
You're all right, bro.
Let's move it on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Those do not look nice.
Oh, jeez. These are a lot smaller. Pegs are further apart. That's going to put you on more of a stretch. Bamboo's further apart.
Challenge. It's jungle rat time.
Oh,
Myles,
risky
what are you
move,
doing?
but he does it.
Yeah, I'm all good, baby.
Kaylin going for a transition.
I'm not very enthusiastic about this one, Jonathan.
Yeah, a sharp peg will do that to you.
You got this, Myles.
Guys, I am never getting down from this pole. I promise you. It is amazing. Like, I feel good. I got 4 or 5 more hours. I was like, You can hear it in my voice. Like, there's no quivering.
Myles clearly in a lot of pain now.
Come on, you got this.
Myles peeking over at Kaylin and AJ, just wondering how much longer they have left. Kaylin and AJ with their best poker faces.
This is no poker face, mate. This is what happiness looks like.
And after 2 hours and 25 minutes, Myles steps out. What a battle. Myles is out of the challenge.
Evening?
Evening. Kaylin, congratulations again. Incredible effort today. 7th individual immunity win. How does it feel breaking the record for a second time?
It's a hard question to answer. So on the surface level, it feels incredible to be working so hard and to be next to these two beautiful people and see them push themselves to the absolute limit physically. But on the deeper level, it feels pretty terrible because now I have such a weight tonight. I have to make such a decision between, these aren't two players, these are my best friends and they're amazing human beings.
And Myles, do you understand why this is so difficult for Kaylin?
Yeah, it's tough. Kaylin prides himself on his loyalty throughout this game. He's a man of his word. but my understanding is he's actually given his word to both of us in the past that he would take us through to final 2. And so he's going to have to kind of break his word to someone and make a really hard decision tonight that I don't think he really wanted to make.
All right, Myles, so what's your pitch to Kalen why he should take you to the end?
My pitch is pretty simple. All the way through this late game, when I've been talking to people about who they see as the biggest threats in this game, everyone says AJ. Everyone has told me you can't take AJ to the end. AJ's played a brilliant game. I've played a big game, I've played a flashy game, but there's a reason why I have 26 votes against me. It's because a big part of it has been because of sloppy gameplay at various times. And I know that there's definitely jurors up there who don't necessarily respect the way that I've played the game, while everyone respects the way AJ's played the game.
Can we chat quickly?
Yeah.
Sorry, Jonathan. I just want to have a quick down-to-earth.
Okay.
Just a quick chat. Just basically, you guys just help me a bit because it's absolutely killed me all day, and I still have no solution. I gotta take responsibility because I made promises and I put myself there. Can you help me in any way?
Do you want us to decide?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
you can't do that.
Whatever decision you make is the right one, right? Just
Yeah.
back yourself here, and whichever one of us you choose, like, that's the right one for you to choose.
I think you just go with your heart, Kalen.
Yeah.
Like, neither of us are holding anything against you. We've played this game amazingly.
Yeah.
None of us would be here without the other.
Yeah.
And I think you should go with your heart, and that's why I said it. Like, we could pitch against each other all day long, but
Yeah.
I think you just go with your heart, Kalen. I think you just go with your heart, Kalen.
I'll read the vote. The 21st person voted out, and final member of our jury, AJ. Congratulations, Kalen and Myles. You are the final 2. You've gone as far as you can go in this game. And tomorrow night, the power shifts to the jury. So I suggest go home, get some sleep, and think about how you're going to convince them that you deserve the title of Sole Survivor and the $500,000 that goes with it. Grab your torches, head back to camp. Good luck.
See you all tomorrow.
Jumpy.
Hey, morning, Mr. Myles.
Good morning.
How'd you sleep?
Oh, I actually slept so well. Can't believe it. Can't believe we're here.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
How many people were there? 24.
24.
22. What day is this? 47?
We gotta mark the tree.
Yeah. 47.
47. Last day. This moment means so much to me as a big fan. I love strategy games, and this is the greatest strategy game of all time. And I've got a chance to show everyone that I am one of the best players to have ever played this game. And now I'm sitting here at the end with the chance to win. Not only that, I've done it with bullets flying at my head every single step of the way. I've been on top and I've been on the bottom for far longer.
Yeah. Thanks, Dish Boy. Put him to work.
I have played a very big, very loud game.
You decided whose idol you want to take?
Krista.
What?
I've played idols that made big moves.
12th person voted out of Brains versus Brawn. PD.
Have I played a flashy game? Yes. But I've made a lot of mistakes. My social game has left a little bit to be desired. If we go into swap and we end up on a minority, we are the more obvious targets who are the weakness that the Thorns potentially colour for in a minority, right?
Yeah.
He has no EQ. He's
no EQ, but he's got heaps of strategy. That little jungle rat.
I can get very overconfident if things are going very well.
They're like so loaded up on hubris at the moment.
You know who I want? Myles is so on his high horse right now.
He's getting like crazy cocky.
And you are thinking that you're being some kind of master strategist or something. It is a nightmare to watch.
I guess I was the merchant of chaos.
Issue. Myles' vote is going to go on Zara.
Oh, Karen's coming over and she's got Frankie.
It's never straightforward. Little D and little dipshit around.
I've pissed a lot of people off.
Myles, stop humming in my ear, please.
Myles!
Laura's smart and she's rational and she'll get over it. That's my thinking.
I'm not smart or
No.
rational. Please stop talking.
If you're ever going to do anything, you have to tell me in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
13th person voted out, first member of our jury.
Laura. Seals.
I have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I have a lot of work to do to have any chance of me beating Kaylin.
Oh my God, it's the same. Oh, wow, that's real pain. So to be one speech away from being sole survivor, that's, it's inexpressible how awesome that is.
Whoa. Look at that.
Dude.
Here's the final two.
You do, bro. I have played a great game. As a challenge enthusiast, breaking Australian survivor records, that's very big and that's very obvious. But I know there are people who think I haven't done enough in this game. This is the best thing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
We took each other.
Yeah, well, I was always looking out for you.
Yeah, and me too. I know I've got great relationships. Everyone loves me. Whereas Myles, there's a lot of people on the jury right now that have a bad taste in their mouth when it comes to what Myles have done. He's a worthy opponent, but yeah, I'm still gonna kill him tonight at that final speech. Good luck to you, Myles.
Good luck to you, sir. Challenge enthusiast and jungle rat. Between that title and I tonight stands Kaylin. I realized that Kaylin has played a brilliant covert game. He's made moves that the jury don't even realize he's made. And so tonight's Tribal Council will be about him convincing people of the moves that he's made. But it's going to be tough. And so I know that with the right pitch, I can win over this jury with my game. Kaylin better buckle up because he's in for a roller coaster tonight.
JLP?
Good evening.
Kaylin, Myles. All right, so here we are, day 47 in your final Tribal Council. You two have done what 22 other people couldn't do. You have survived every single tribal that you've gone to.
Yeah.
And now tonight, the power shifts from here to here, the jury. 8 people that you've had a hand in voting out, either directly or indirectly, are now going to decide which of you two deserves to win this game.
Okay, good evening, jury. This is being painted as like strategic game versus physical and social game, and I imagine that's how a lot of people are thinking about it. But I don't think about it that way. The way I see it, the reason why I deserve to be winner is because of opportunities. I took risks in this game. I swung at a lot of pitches, and I missed some of them, but some of them were home runs. You all know the struggles that I've had throughout this game. I played from the bottom for a long time. I did it for longer than anyone else did it in the game. Yeah, it did suck sometimes. Firstly, how did I end up on the bottom? I'm so enthusiastic, but I'm overly strategic. I love the game, and I want to tell you all about how much I love the game. I've also got pretty obvious personality flaws that occur in my personal life, but also, like, I try to filter them out in my personal life, but there's no filter here. We're running on empty. But I played from the bottom with a smile, and that made me someone that you all wanted to keep around. I made myself a useful ally. I took all the heat. I ended up with 26 votes, while AJ ended up with 4 and Kaylin ended up with 1, because I was the one taking the heat and I could take it. That was what I was good for. Okay, I want to move on now to talk about advantages. Not only did I have the most advantages found and most idols held, but I also played the most idols correctly. Being able to play them correctly, now that requires a bit of skill because there's people that go home with an idol in their pocket. Well, I used my idols to the best of their effect. Okay, I want to move on now to the final stage of my journey because I do think I played a really strong endgame. That final 3 of AJ and Kaylin. When people see some sort of big threat in Survivor, if they see a dragon in this game, they try and slay that dragon. In AJ, I had a strategic dragon. In Kaylin, I had this physical and social dragon. But instead of trying to slay these dragons, what did I do? I rode them for the entire game. I burned all your games down, and then I used one of them to kill the other. And so that's how I ended up at Final 2 right here. At the end of the day, this game is sole survivor. Kaylin kind of cruised through this game, and I believe I survived. I survived in every way possible. I survived by playing idols. I survived by making big moves. I survived by humbling myself and playing the poor little bottom boy. I survived by winning immunities. I survived in just every imaginable way possible. That's why I believe I deserve your vote.
Okay, jury. Now it's your turn to ask the questions. Kristen, you want to go first?
So, there's 3 pillars of Survivor that I value equally: physical, social, and strategic. Can you explain who played each pillar better?
You can go.
Well, I think we can agree that you played the physical pillar better. I do genuinely believe that I played the strategic pillar better. I made bigger moves, I have a bigger resume. But also, I think that I played the social pillar better because I made those big moves. I made myself into a threat, but I had people who were willing to put their games on the line to protect me.
I can't disagree more. In terms of the social interactions we have day to day, you've put a lot of people offside. You just say the wrong things at the wrong time that have you getting yelled at. You told Kate that you walked through the spaghetti that she then ate straight after with those not the cleanest feet in the world. So I just can't even comprehend giving Myles the social vote on that one.
Paulie, what you got?
Pride is something that's really important to me, and I'm a very proud man. So what I want to know is, what parts of yourself are you proud that you got to play in the game?
My answer to this is really straightforward. I'm not someone who's had to go through a lot of difficulty in my life. I've been very lucky with that. And so my resilience hasn't really been tested. This game really tested it, and I'm really proud of how I came out on the other end. And that's resilience in different ways. Physically, this game has pushed me to a point that I've never been before. But it's also emotionally. I was on the bottom for so long, and as many of you know, being on the bottom sucks. You guys experienced it for short periods of time, and many of you could feel the emotional effects. I experienced it for basically half the game, but I kept on pushing. One day at a time was my motto all throughout the game. Like, I was never giving up.
So the biggest one for me would have to be just my mental toughness. My whole life, I've just put myself in uncomfortable positions, and that's where I thrive. And that mental toughness meant not only could I survive and thrive, but I tried to help my friends around me. I'd be cracking coconuts to try and feed everyone, to help them get some nourishment. But just not letting anything affect me and finding the positives, being the optimist and living by that.
Does that mean that's not who you are on the outside? I was just wanting to know if that's your personality or not.
Every conversation I had that was social, not strategic, was completely genuine.
Okay.
Karen, do you have a question?
Ooh. I've heard a lot about what you're proud of. What are you both least proud of, and what did you do to remedy it?
So I can talk to that. Okay, so a major part of the game I've played is that I'm certain that I haven't made the strategic error. What do I regret in the game? That's the personal Kellen, the Kellen that had to vote out his friends. That is something that really hurt, and you can't remedy that. But I only voted out AJ as the one that didn't break my trust or my alliance beforehand. That's the only one that I broke without it being broken first.
There's a really easy answer for me. I really don't think I played well from the top. I think the PD move was a killer move that put me on the top, but once I was there, I don't think the next votes I played well at all. I may have been a little bit cocky, I may have been a bit annoying, and so that's definitely the thing that I regret the most.
Can I ask, Myles, do you think you would have survived as long as you did if you didn't have advantages or idols?
I reckon the answer is probably not. But one thing that I did in this game is that when I did get luck, and there was a lot of luck that I got along the way, I took that luck and I made really good opportunities out of it. And I think that's what's important, is not relying on idols, but it's about what you do afterwards. Because this game has luck and you can't control your own luck.
I think I have controlled my luck in this game. I never relied on luck. And if we talk about my definition of who's sole survivor, that's the person who, the most repeatable game. That you do this experiment infinite times, what percentage of the times are you going to get through? So if we were to reproduce this experiment, who's going to get to the end to this final two more often? And I would say that's me.
I'm just going to jump in there. I would say that the person who folds their hand consistently in poker will often make it deep into the tournament, but they're not the one that wins. The person who wins is the one that when he gets a hand that is a great hand for him, he goes all in. And sometimes the cards don't come out favorably. Sometimes the cards do. There's chance in these games, and it's the person who uses that chance to the best of their ability that wins these type of games.
And that poker player, if they're going to make those big moves, they need to be consistent in the logic that they take. When you saved Paulie, that was a fantastic move. You guaranteed yourself an ally to the end, but then you went and made him a split, which completely burnt that straight away. So you did make big moves, but sometimes it was almost for the sake of it.
But Kalen, you were given excellent hands in the people you had surrounding you and immunity idols as well. So why didn't you use those hands to make big plays?
So big plays?
Big strategic plays.
So I was aligned to Myles and AJ, the people who had their head out there, and I could feed the information to them for them to make those big plays. And big plays, there's a lot of love for that word in this game, but I prefer small little moves that lead to your end result. That's safe, that's repeatable, and it makes sure that blame's never attributed to me. And that's how you get to the end.
All right, AJ.
All right, Myles, let's start with you. Your speech at the end was just absolutely, there's no logic there. You said that at 5 you wanted to get rid of me.
Yeah.
And you thought it was a really great play. But then at 3, you were like, yeah, I brought these 2 dragons to the end and then they had to slay each other. There was a bit of delusion there.
The dragon thing was me being carried by you guys throughout this game. I was really nervous about you. because you are the main person that I thought could potentially take me out. I had a read that I believed that Zara would take me to 2 if she was at the end. I may have been wrong in that read. She did a great job at selling it to me. So I made a judgment call that my best play was to try and take Zara to the end with Kaylin. Was it the right judgment call? It might not have been, but it's a swing, and that's what I did this game. I made decisive plays, and that may have been the wrong play. But that was my game. I made moves that didn't pan out all throughout, but I also made moves that panned out really well, right?
All right, Logan, what would you like to ask?
Hello. If you had to wake up tomorrow and start again, what would you both do differently?
So it's really hard for me to find specific examples where I would make some changes. I know that's a little bit of a lame answer, but I have a lot of pride in the game I played, and it was so well thought out. So yeah, I'm sorry, Logan, but it's very much I'm very confident in my game.
I think my answer is pretty straightforward to this one. I think my social game has obviously had flaws throughout, and I think I'd be putting a lot more energy and focus towards it, especially when compared to the strategic game. I think I should have been thinking a lot more about the relationships that I'm building, and I think I'd go into a new game. I wouldn't even be strategizing in the first kind of 4 or 5 days. I'd just be focusing on building those relationships and putting that kind of work in. But one thing I do genuinely believe I've been good at is when people have given me criticism or given me advice, I've worked on it. I took on people's advice and I improved my game because of that. I listened to what people were telling me. I'm so proud of the game I've played, not just because it's a big game, but because it's my game. It's a game that shouldn't have really worked, but I made it work. And honestly, no matter how you guys vote tonight, I'm gonna be proud of that.
All right. Well, this has been a very robust final tribal. Jury, you should have all the information you need now to decide who you think deserves the title of Sole Survivor and the $500,000 that goes with it. For the last time, it is time to vote.
Awesome. Good luck, bro.
All right, I'll go count the votes.
Last time. One last time.
Remember, these votes are for a winner. I'm gonna read the votes. First vote, Myles. Kaylin. That's 1 vote Myles, 1 vote Kaylin. Myles. 2 votes Myles, 1 vote Kaylin. Myles. 3 votes Myles, 1 vote Kaylin. Myles. 4 votes Myles, 1 vote Kaylin. Winner of Australian Survivor Brains versus Brawn, Myles. Myles! Congratulations! There's a check. You are Sole Survivor, Brains versus Brawn. Well done.
am sole survivor of Season 10, Brains versus Brawn. Myles, the Giga Brain, the Master Manipulator, the Jungle Rat.
Yeah, by no means played a perfect game, but my goodness, has it been entertaining to be a part of.
And I'm proud to give you my word.
I could have never in my wildest dreams imagined that I'd be sitting here at the end. Couldn't be more proud of the game I've played. It's exactly the game that every Survivor fan dreams of playing. It's big moves, it's fun alliances, it's crazy moments, and that's just what you dream of.
It has been an honor and a privilege to watch you play this game.
Rat King resurrected.
I think the Jungle Rat is a permanent part of me now.
Yeah, baby!
I never give up. I will just always find a way, and I think that's something I can carry through to life with confidence.
Game recognizes game. Congratulations, Mom of the Jungle Rat.